I'm in my spare room right now. Let me show you something. This is a doll with a bag on her head. She's up here because she did bad things. The reason this doll is in a bag, in a closet in my spare room, is because a couple nights ago when I had friends over, she made my black friend and my Egyptian friend uncomfortable. The black friend happens to be sensitive like me, and I think the Egyptian friend is actually pretty sensitive as well. And the moment the black friend, and I'm saying their ethnicity because it matters in this case, the moment my black friend saw this, she felt like she was suffocating or being choked. And my Egyptian friend, although she's white passing with an Egyptian father, she also got really bad vibes off this doll. Me, on the other hand, I've just gotten chill vibes. And I think that tells you what kind of spirit is possibly in this doll. I got this doll a couple years ago at an antique shop for my birthday. And I was absolutely in love with her because she's an antique boudoir doll, and I've always wanted one. I don't know exactly what year she's from. Could be from the 20s, 30s, 40s, I don't know. And when I got her, the antique shop I was at had 2 different booths with dolls in them. And the one booth that I got her from, I didn't really feel much of anything. The other booth that I went into with other dolls, there was something in there and it followed me around the store until I left. And I honestly don't know if it stayed there or if it went with me and went into her, or if she has a completely different creature, spirit, being thing in her. All I know is since the night my friends were here, her face has actually changed. She looks a bit more annoyed and a little bit more angry than she did when I bought her, and that's because I got annoyed and angry with her too. So before a couple of nights ago, as I said, I got chill vibes from this doll. I never got anything like crazy. I even wondered at times if she had anything in her, because there would just be moments when I got this vibe of, oh, there is someone right there, right in that doll or right near that doll, but it was never that strong. And for the past couple of years before I moved into my own house, she was actually pretty much in storage. Like, she was on a shelf because I had 2 dogs and I didn't want them messing her up. And when we moved, she was finally put on my bed to be a pretty little boudoir doll, as I always wanted. But ever since that night, her vibes have changed completely, to the point where she doesn't want to be here on my lap right now. She doesn't want me touching her. There's this whole aura of just, don't fucking touch me, bitch. I'm pissed off at you and I don't want anything to do with you. And that's too damn bad because she stole my doll. And I have people who are now interested in her who want to buy her. So I am going to try this filter on the creepy doll, the racist doll, and see how it works. I saw someone else use this on their dolls. Let's see. So, I mean, obviously it's going to pick up a face, but should it actually be moving though? I mean, it's going to move and I move, obviously. Try to put it as still as possible. Those lips though. You got little eye wiggles. It does nothing unless I move my face, and that's what's really freaking me out. Well then. I was having a party last night for a friend's graduation, and they decided to start messing with the racist doll, and just look at this.
He's so
How do you feel?
How do you feel?
What? She just asked you, how do you feel?
I don't know, baby. How do you feel? Look, I just got done taking a shit, and I come in.
No, stop!
And I come in as a man working in the canteen band.
Can you turn off the music, please? Get off! She's an antique. Get off.
She's a racist antique. It doesn't count.
Yeah, but the vessel is an antique, okay? If I can exercise the spirit, I'm keeping the vessel.
You know what? I'm going.
I'm going! Yo! Don't go.
No,
don't.
yeah, go. Did I just exercise the spirit? So I'm outside in the blistering heat because I don't really want to talk about this inside around the subject itself. And this has to do with the doll. If you saw my previous videos, I think I have a doll that is haunted by a racist ghost. And a couple weeks ago, I had one of my best friends over, and she had her son with her, and her son is my godson. And he was crawling around on the floor, and I had the doll on a chair next to the sofa, and he was crawling directly in front of it, and we noticed after a while he crawled right up to her, picked himself up, because he's not to a point where he can walk yet, but he can stand, picked himself up to stand in front of her and just started laughing and babbling, and he was sort of like doing a playful little smacking of the seat, like he was very much interested in this doll, and it made him happy. Ended up coming inside, it was too hot. So he ended up crawling around in front of the doll, and he grabbed one of my cat's toys and tried to give it to her, like he was offering her a toy to play with him. And her face changed again, but instead of angry or annoyed, she looked softer, happier. And I finally said to my friend, she likes children, she must really like children. And that actually kind of made us put our guard down, I guess. My phone was charging in the bedroom, and she hadn't brought up hers yet, even though we should have. And by the time he crawled away from the doll, she brought up her GhostTube app, and before she even had a chance to hit record, it said the word sacrifice. And my heart fucking sank. I haven't messed with the doll since. I got very angry at the doll. I almost threw her outside. I almost threw her in the trash because, you know, she was having this moment with my godson, who isn't even a year old yet, and she says to him, sacrifice. Does that mean she's going to sacrifice him, or he should be sacrificed, or was she a sacrifice, or were her children sacrificed? I don't know, and I'm very cautious with this now. I don't know what to do, because I feel like the thing in the doll should be gone. I want to keep the doll itself because it's antique, but I also want to know why the hell it's there. What did it mean by sacrifice? And I know I am that white bitch from a horror movie who goes into the fucking basement. I realize that. I'm very confused as to what to do right now because I'm not happy with it. So, before I post this, I'm actually gonna just talk about what happened to the doll after all this. I'm filming this in 2025. That all took place in 2021, in like the beginning into the middle of the year. And after the GhostTube thing, now, full disclosure, I don't really put a lot of faith into GhostTube. I really don't know. I'm sort of on the fence about it, because I've had intelligent responses come up with it, but I also realize that it could just be, you know, an AI program of some kind, and it could just be messing with me. So, but after the whole thing of the doll saying sacrifice about my godson, I started to ignore it. I put it away, and I didn't touch it, didn't look at it, didn't bring it out. Stop messing with it, because, you know, it's one thing to make my adult friends feel a little weird or, you know, stuff like that. It's another to do that around a child. Now, someone had posted in the comments, oh, what if she had to sacrifice herself for her child and that's what she meant? Or what if she was sacrificed, blah, 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 or her children were sacrificed? I'm like, I don't really care. That was a weird thing to say around a child. Maybe that doll had good intentions around my godson, and my godson is biracial, so she acted sweet towards him in the beginning, but after the whole sacrifice thing, I didn't want to deal with it. After that, I just, like I said, I completely ignored her. I put her up in my closet, and one day she fell and broke, and I just threw her out. And in hindsight, I wish I hadn't. I wish I had, like, done more to investigate her or sold her, because I did have multiple people message me about wanting to buy her. The highest amount I got was like $1,000, and I'm kind of kicking myself now for not selling it, but I don't know what was in that. You know, I did not like the way that it made my friends feel, and it only made my friends who had ethnic backgrounds feel weird. It didn't do it to any of my white friends, which really pissed me off. So yeah. The doll is gone. I don't have it anymore. At some point I would like to get back into like paranormal investigations and stuff. I've done it off and on throughout the years. But now that I have a child, I don't want to like bring that crap into my house. I'm still very attuned to it. And I still like, I don't seek it out, but it'll seek me out type thing. So yeah. Sorry for the lackluster ending to the story. It didn't turn out to be some weird Hollywood cinema crap. I got sick of the doll and threw it out.